How are you?
Has good morning. So good morning, Shami. I am obviously the host, if you want to call it that, and you can be the speaker today. The dance floor is all yours.
No, I would still let you run with that, Claire. I will be there, and then I would really looking forward to get introduced to everybody and get to know a bit more, and then see how we can actually, collaborate and make to the next step. So thank you.
See how we can assist. I don't know if you saw my text this morning, but I've had two clients confirm, also additionally from that one that I discussed with you, that I had the Zoom the other day. So they're interested in coming on board as well. So that should be another three agencies next week.
That's good news. Well done,
And,
Claire.
and then I'm thinking, I'm hoping that as many of the agencies can come in today, Shami, because then we can work out a plan based specifically on, and I don't mind helping them with the marketing if they want a bit of that of one-to-one time with me. Like we said, that they've all got key specific skills. So, like Teresa, she does come from call center, call management, and insurance type business. It's just getting your mindset, and it's like with Sharon. Obviously, she's from teaching and mentoring and lecturing, at university. So. Um, Whereas I know that Abu, he's a train driver, so obviously he's doing this part time around that. And Litsa does have experience in websites and that type of thing herself. So for Anella, she's a mum. Her, as you know, her husband had his business up to a few weeks ago. So I think from her that it's just a learning exercise, and I think maybe if they want one-on-one coaching calls where they actually listen to me doing an actual call.
Definitely.
I think that just helps gain confidence. You know, the typical example that I've had is where clients or potential customers that have come on board, especially from speaking to a customer, you know, you explain that to them that even if they was working in a retail store, they may have 100 customers come through the door, but they may have only four potential
Hmm.
buyers.
Yeah.
But by giving a presentation and going through that process, you find out of those 100 customers that come in your store that you have spoken to, some may you speak to, they may not potentially definitely buy something, but just from you having that discussion with them and approaching them and asking them, can you help them in any way, may obviously achieve a desired result. So,
Hello, everyone.
good morning, Anello. I just went,
Morning.
good
Morning.
Good. So how's your week been?
Busy. Uh, I can't wait until kids start school. I'm fed up.
Oh,
Uh, how yours been? Good? Busy?
good meetings, Zooms,
Yeah.
phone calls.
No,
Yeah,
well done. Good, good.
through the process. Yeah.
No,
Um, I don't want to blow my own trumpet because this is obviously about us
yeah.
helping you, but obviously I got two website clients.
Yeah.
So one's an astrologist and a tarot
Oh,
reader, but he quite liked it because of my spiritual background, so we could have the discussion about, I've been a retreat, I know what it's like to do classes and
yeah.
that type of thing. But he was losing money with the previous company that he was with, and contractually it wasn't
Okay.
trying to send him somewhere else. But he hasn't had a website for 4 months, and he's lost 10,000
Okay.
income.
Oh,
So he's come on
very
board.
nice. Yeah. Oh,
Just
that's good.
to add to that, we had a conversation with him on Wednesday, I think, yeah, no, Tuesday. So team went back and pulled together something very quickly. Now we're having, yesterday we had a review in the evening. Today we're having another one, and then we are planning to make it live by Friday. So he's actually over the moon because there was a lot of things, especially from a payment side,
Yeah.
because he had to get to other websites and platforms to take the payments in. So I can just probably, it's keep- um, Claire, I don't want to steal the meeting, but I thought it'll be just nice since you touched it,
You go
just to
for it. You go
showcase
for
that.
it.
Yeah.
And we're a network. We're a team. We're independent. Yes, we do things, but we're all part of a family, a
Well,
team.
I thought it's a success story that we should share. I've got my screen share disabled. If you can just let me share my screen for a second, I'll just give you that quick peek
Shit.
over there. Um, that's a good sample as well in terms of we were able to add value to someone in terms of what they do, address the pain area, and then and as a team we work together with them to achieve their business goal. So you can see my screen, hopefully.
Oh, nice.
So that's
So does he
Nice.
like it then? Because obviously with my little idea that because obviously I came up with a bit of a concept idea for him, but for the
he,
client, and you guys have sort of designed this for him. Okay.
he pretty much he loved it in the conversations that you had, like you said, because you were able to connect in terms of the business side of it,
Very nice.
and to put something into as a structure initially, and then to take from there, to see through what his visions are, from a business point of view, what services he offer, how does he help his clients, how does he reach out to his clients. So as you can see, he's got a homepage. He does a podcast, a very in a popular one. Has got quite a good followers there. He does services in terms of astrology, tarot reading, numerology. There are classes and workshops that he offers. So it's actually now linked into payment gateways as well. So as and
Oh,
when. So
fabulous.
the
Yeah,
love.
I bet he's going to be really happy now, Shami, because bearing in mind this man has lost £10,000. And I said to him, if you wait another 8 weeks and then come back to me, how much more have you potentially lost by not making a decision that
Yeah.
I
I've
think
got to get it sorted and have someone look after it?
I think that's one key thing, key achievement for this week as well for us as a team, taking that pain and then working with him to actually get to a point where he now have an independent platform where he will be able to sort of offer that to his whoever his clients are or members are. One of the things I've heard from him as well is the membership subscription area. So there's a lot of podcasts as he's into, and he often hear from his viewers and followers that can we join you as a member, and we would like to actually hear more about you and from you about the services that you offer. So membership is another area which probably is a recurring income for him. So he probably, let's say, various packages there. Once they sign up with the payment gateway that we have, we will automatically, he doesn't need to think about it. When the subscriptions are taken, the gateway will do the hard lifting on a regular basis. He has that recurring revenue stream, and at the same time the classes and the packages and readings that he offers will bring in the revenue. So it's all, we do need to have some reviews today, but just giving you a quick peek in terms of what's going over there.
That's so good, Shami. Think that I had the discussion with him over a 2 week period, and getting to know him, and
Lovely
obviously
man.
the start of Monday, because obviously I said to it, he says, "Oh, I was quite surprised when I got the message from you on Sunday." And I says, "Well, I like to do a bit of artistry and designing." I said, "So I sat there coming up with a bit of few ideas just so that they, as IT developers, can sort of get a feeling and idea and put something amazing together for you."
I
So
think that's a beauty. Yeah, I mean, Claire is
has he seen it
always
yet?
who
Has he
Israel,
first
is
seen
it?
it?
Oh yeah. So we had a meeting with the team. So what we did is, once you did the initial conversation, once you passed to us, we then arranged a meeting with Israel. we introduced the team, so he got to speak to all the teams, who does design, who does development, who does the infrastructure side, social media side. So he have a flavor of actually, there's actually real people who is working behind it. There's effort behind it to make it happen. And at the same time, the confidence level in terms of, look, there's something that I'm going to get on, and real commitments in terms of, we set the priorities on this one, because we know there's something, as a business, you're suffering, and we don't want to be there, and every business don't want to be there. So we said we'll drop everything, take that as a priority, and then we put regular meetings on a daily basis until it gets to a point where it's live. So that's actually a first review on Tuesday. Yesterday one. So this is a really good one. You can just put in, you can try out, once you put your date of birth, it gives you a reading, astrology reading, straight on there. And then, you can talk to him through other channels. So yeah, we've done a quick review, and it's shaping up, and he's quite pleased with it. There's a few things which, both sides, we have got action points in terms of just reviewing it, and then also taking that into, sort of into the website to make it a bit more, user friendly here and there, and the wordings and things that we have it, because it's something that we lifted from the previous website. But yeah, sorry, didn't want to take that long. It's a good example just where what we were doing.
It's the radio station one, Dan.
Radio station, that's another thing probably we need to pick up because of the content. So where, remember, the conversation that we had was the content is something that he's struggling with initially. I think you're going to have a conversation there and bring it up into.
What I've done in the meantime is I've given Gino in the back end. I gave her his account and login. He has got some content, so we're just going to strip it for the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Use that, and then he's going to come back. He's a bit busy. He's organising a wedding and a bit of this. So I said to him, at least once we've got your website up with some content, but you can have a look at it, and then when you're ready, he can then.
Definitely.
Just so you know, ladies, also on my website now, you know how we did the PDF on website as content creation is £100 for 500 words.
Yeah.
You can do that as a client, and you will earn that money, and that can come and be bolted onto your website and stuff for clients as well. But what we're planning on doing is in the next few weeks, because now I've got into a process of being able to talk to a client, speak to a client, diarise them, and get them to conversion and possible sale if they want to choose us as an agency and choose yourself. I want to be able to set time, whether it's one-to-one or we have another meeting, and do another group meeting. But maybe I do a few calls, actually do live calls. So, because you get some people that aren't interested. So it's good for you to listen to those calls, because some people click an advert, for example. And what I'm thinking of doing is then doing a paid advert myself as an agency to bring more leads and conversions in now, and then giving you guys some of those in the next few weeks to supplement you as well, and to give you that training and that confidence that that when you're out and about and you're networking, really you've got your presentation because you've remembered it, because you've done it a few times yourself. It's just the initial getting going. It's like with some that are thinking of onboarding, that have been trying to compartmentalize in their head, right, okay, I've got to phone somebody, I'm an agency, and then obviously obtaining clients and how I'm going to go through that process. And I said to him, just remember, it's like when we take our first steps. If we don't take those steps, we won't do it. It's like when we first ride a bike. We have the trepidation, but once we've done it a few times, and it's exactly the same as this. I can categorically tell you, ladies, that even the first few days when I thought, right, okay, I've got to get back on the phone, and I have done this job before, in and out, and whichever way, and looking after a client whichever way it needs. But it takes a couple of attempts to do it. So maybe if I sit and do a few, and then you obviously say, yes, okay, we do want some leads, then I think if I start that in September, because I think that's going to be a busier time than the last 4 weeks, then I can farm that out for you you ladies as well, and the guys and the other agencies, so that it can obviously get you trained, get you used to doing that, you know, like I've done, you know, and speaking to people.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea, Claire. You know, you've done quite a lot in the past, from July onwards in terms of getting to, and to be honest, Claire, that's your expertise. You know, you kind of pulled together all. It was so many things. If you see, you know, there's so many areas that unpicked. Claire have come in from a process angle and said, look, we need to look into this, we need to look into that. Look, from a lead perspective, once that's something sits on our CRM, how do we actually take that and move it from, you know, an initial contact to a conversion stage, and what happens after conversion? So we've been always, you know, chit-chatting around things. So once I think you dirty your hands, just pick up things and start running. I'm sure there'll be a lot of ideas that, you know, you would share with us, and we will be able to actually, you know, sort of refine that. Obviously, you know, it's something that we are all, you know, sort of um, taking a journey together. So there will be things that you would actually recommend, and probably we're not thought about it from a process point of view, and then probably areas where we could actually improve in terms of reporting, for example. So we can take that feedbacks, and we can go through that as well as we go along. So the best thing, you know, even for example, when I had a conversation with a new lead, the first thing that I heard is around how do I get clients? You know, I know this model, it's cheaper to start. How do I get client? And you know, you probably will give us a helping hand over there. I said, yeah, definitely. But in terms of, if you consider, you know, when I was doing my permanent job, that was a little cushion what I had. And then when I moved into contracting, obviously I have to, you know, take that risk, leave the permanent job, get into the contract world, get my name out there and talk to people. And, you know, I have to sort of, you know, go through that process. And when we start something as a business, it's the same thing. You know, you will take some time to establish it, but you need to put that effort out in terms of, you know, getting your name out and getting introduced and making sure we are actually able to focus on the target, you know, areas or businesses that we are interested in, and maybe acquaint with our expertise that we have in areas. And probably somebody would have worked in retail, somebody would have worked in education. Teresa, you mentioned, you know, we are with insurance area. So insurance, for example, is a lovely area. Financial sector, there are a lot of insurance brokers out there probably who would need a helping hand with, you know, even lead generation side. They might have a number of people who are actually over there, renewal process, claims process. So those areas within the business we can just focus on. Climate itself is probably a good area where we can focus on. In properties, you know, for example, somebody worked in retail, could be just chat answering. There might be a lot of websites out there who have got a front end. People come in and inquire, but, you know, they can't have staffs who are actually you know, pretty busy with doing viewing and, you know, making sure they're in touch with the current sales going on, up to date things. So there's a lot of back office processes that we can look into as well. But the best thing is to actually start with something, be it an agency, be it a website. We can process some leads over to you, and then just, you know, play around with it to see how it goes, and we'll definitely land into a point where it naturally becomes more easier to sort of convey that. And I think that that's what we see, and it is working with us as well. It's not in the first touch point that we have seen, you know, we are able to actually convey the message. It's just probably, you know, few touch points where we would actually have with the person whom we are talking, to get to a point where sometimes it's not easy to convey. They might be in a different mood, different mindset, but slowly, you know, getting that attention and getting that interest will take a little time. But, you know, I think we all will get to a point where we can sense it, we can feel it, and we will be able to get to that point. Are we waiting for somebody else, or, you know, shall we?
Sometimes they come in, sometimes they don't. Remember, the new
Okay.
ones that are still probably.
Mhm.
Just so you know, ladies, you may have seen 2 more come into the group this week. So we've got 2 more agencies on board.
Lovely.
And
Can we also do one thing, Claire? And I know this is the first meeting I'm in. We just jumped into the meeting, so I'm thinking it'll be really, really nice if we can just do a bit small intro, keep it very small. We will probably, when all the meetings, we'll just do that little intro there, and we'll go around the table so
I
that we
keep
all.
hoping that they're all going to come in one go so that everybody
I know
can.
it would be so nice, to see everyone. But
Because Anella's got used to just walking in the room now and going, yeah, yeah, or it's been, by all means, Anella, explain to Shami what your goals are, your experience and to the group and what you want to do, really, from your perspective.
yeah, no, as I said to you, Claire, like when we first, started talking on the phone, like me and my husband, we were the owners of a car wash. We were running a car wash, which unfortunately, is closed down now because we had some issues with the council. But I mean, like when I started, like when I saw this advertisement from Claire, I was like, I want to do something for myself, like something different. I want to like test myself, like if I can do it, because before I used to work in a cafe, like restaurant, and after I had the car wash, but still, like when I started like working, because back home I never worked. I had everything handed to me. It was just because my parents were like, you study, do what have, like whatever you want to do, like with the school, and we will handle everything else. So when I came here, it was like something new for me to start work. And I remember I used to cry a lot, a lot. I didn't want to go to work, but thank God I had my family, like my aunties, they were like pushing me, like, you have to do it, you can do it. And yeah, I've done it. And with a car wash as well, like we started from zero and we went to a point where we had like so many customers, like regulars. They used to come like not every day, but like every week to wash the cars. And when this thing happened, like with the council, I was like, let me try do something else out of my comfort zone because I've never done like this kind of thing before, Like I'm a bit shy, on the phone. But hopefully, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do it.
Definitely, definitely.
So yeah.
It's just putting your personality into it,
Yeah.
I,
and
I can.
opening up a conversation of getting to know them. Yeah, yes, you're ultimately there to discuss your services that you offer, but ultimately it's finding out what it is that their pain, their needs are,
Yeah.
and how you can solve that problem for them. And like
Yeah.
Shami said, sometimes people on calls, yeah, they're busy, or their mind might be distracted, or they're thinking of everything else. So they're not quite, oh, who are you? Where are you calling for? Oh, yeah, I did inquire about that. Or, oh, yeah, I am interested, but oh, not right now.
No, right now, yeah.
So that's like a warm up.
That's
That's what you would call a warm up, really. So you'd still diarize them. It might be a week, might be, may I call you back? When's convenient to chat? Like I do on the phone sometimes, I gauge it and say to somebody, can you talk right now? Or sometimes they just get straight flowing into the conversation. I know, and then they'll start asking questions.
Good question, yeah.
Nelia, nice to meet you and really great to
And
know. I'm sure we've got one-to-one, so hopefully, we will
yeah,
schedule one-to-ones. We've got something, and I'm planning that to do with all of us, so we get to know a bit more. But really lovely, to have you with us. And I'm same as you. I was always been kind of a shy person, so I'm still a shy person. It's always there. But like you said, I also wanted to do something by my own. So it's always that little interest in terms of the passion that we have towards achieving. It could be a very small thing. It could be something that, like you said, no, we help somebody, but I would like to do it in my own ways and with the passion that I'm doing. So you're in the right place, and we're you know, together we can actually support each other. Claire have been a really helpful for me. You know,
Yes,
she's always
she
on the
has.
call.
She's an angel, you know,
Indeed.
like,
I mean, I've told that the same thing to Claire as well.
yeah.
You know, and we have now more angels with us. So we all
Yeah.
together will be able to actually extend our hand. There will be people who would actually listen to us. No, you know, we can't probably win heart of everybody, but you know, at least one or two on the way would definitely will be a good relationship that we build in. So irrespective of the transactional elements that comes along with it, there is an emotional connection that we will have as well. So you know, probably that's where we would be more prosperous rather than having the recurring revenues one side of it. But you know, it's the other side of it is definitely the connections. I don't think I would have had Claire and Teresa and you know you without having this in the background. So you know that's definitely a plus point for all of us. I'm sure we can all one day meet up. And hopefully you know slowly travel around. Um, and yeah, thank you so much. I would you know would can I pass the baton to Teresa also? And you know Teresa, if I know you know you've gone through a little you know personal side this week. So if you're okay, just give us a quick intro and you know we can get to know a bit more. I'll schedule some calls when you're free as well.
Has Teresa gone quiet? Is Teresa still in the room?
Okay.
I don't know if Teresa.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. No worries. We'll
I
wait
mean,
for
she said
Teresa to.
like on
Yeah,
on
she's
the
still there, but maybe she's got us on. Maybe she's got
yeah.
us on silent, so she's not hearing.
Mhm.
Um,
I'll do quick intro if that's okay. Then so
can we next week then? You know, because maybe if we split this up, Anella
uh-huh.
and Shami, so do separate meetings for
Mm,
um telephone, customer
Yeah.
care, speaking to clients, lead generation. So we do a separate one for that. And
yeah.
obviously
Okay.
keep Thursdays first still progression, contact, and you know,
Yeah.
group mate. But I think next week if we also look at the chat answering
Yeah.
Yeah.
as well, because then if if you work closely with me and Ella in the next few weeks, and don't be shy in coming forward and saying, Claire, I need an hour with you. You know, as
Yeah.
long as I can book something in, I'm
Yeah.
fine, because everything has to be in my diary, whether it's a meeting,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, like I said to you, I do compartmentalize, but I can go through those things as a training
Yeah.
exercise. It helps me, you know. I've tried to come in myself, think inwardly. Are salespeople natural salespeople? You know, when we hear the words like someone is a born salesperson, I don't
Yes.
think we are. We're born in baby steps. I think what it is overcoming your fears. Like Shami is, I'm shy, but not as shy as Shami. So what if we turn our weaknesses into our strengths? And every week just practice it, you know. And if you listen to
Mm.
myself doing
Yeah.
sales calls, you know, then it will give you that confidence. And the best place to go for making contact is yell.com, because
Okay.
you'll
Yeah.
be quite
It,
surprised at how many sole traders, entrepreneurs, and businesses in different sectors, and you could break it down that you're looking at a different sector. If you contact them, the amount of people, when I did it in the past, that have an old, they say they've got a website in there, but they
yeah.
don't,
But
because
that.
when you click through it, it's gone. So you look at the social media, and then you could ring them and say, and some might say, "Oh yes, I'm still trading." Some in
Yes.
Yelp say not trading anymore.
Not trading. Yeah.
You know, and that's it. Just gives you practice, and it's the same
Okay.
with
Yeah.
meeting people locally, because I think for your in your mind at the moment, Anella, if tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but I think you're ready to know what you're doing, but you can't verbalize quite getting into the actual
Yeah.
doing it. It's a case of, okay, I am sort of ready, but I just need to do those few steps, and then
Yeah.
it can happen.
Yeah.
And I'm a great believer, you know, whether it's retail, digital, and this is what I've said to people, that even if they've wanted to onboard as an agency, you know, if you have a shop, if you treat your customers well, like, you know, with your car wash, they come back and be
They
repeat.
come back, yeah.
I know with my spa, because I looked after my clients and gave that flexibility. If you want to come back when you're ready for a service, blah, 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 or look out for
Yeah.
my offers when they're coming on emails, it gives them that flexibility, to make that decision and a choice. And as long as you say to your client, if I don't know something, it's better to say to them, if I don't
Yeah,
know,
I don't know, yeah.
go and find the answer. We have got an IT development team. We you can bring me into a meeting with a client if you're not sure, just so that if they're asking really technical questions, you've got us as backup. You've got Shami as backup.
Yes.
I'm
As
always there, Onelia. Any
you know,
meeting. Yeah. Sorry,
to,
Claire.
to
Didn't mean to
technical
interrupt.
clients details, levels of discussions, what it is that the client's wanting, because you've obtained all the information as to what their need is, their pain and the desire, the end result, and how we're going to achieve that for them as an agency, as yourself, so
Yeah.
that they've got that result, just like with that client with his brand new website.
Yeah.
Can I add some more to that, Claire?
Yes,
Just to keep
we
the
have
so
literally 9 minutes left.
okay. I won't take how much. So just one of the one of the easily available tool to us is our own telephone. We've got a lot of contacts there. It's easy to actually take that and share the website and say, hey, I've started this. I think really, if there is anyone whom you are interested in or who will benefit from what we do, just pass that information to them. So they might even have one or two probably contacts whom we have might be, willing to help us without even saying a word. They would just pass around that. So it's naturally, naturally it's passing there. And probably after some time, you can just give a call quickly to say, hey, this is a really good concept. I've started this. What we offer is so and so. So if website something, if you are interested in starting a new business, there's some templates. Have a look at it. It's a very easiest thing to start at. If they're already in business, we can say, hey, probably you have something. Maybe there's something we can, help you with in terms of the pain areas that we have, and then we can pick the discussion from there. But this is a great tool in terms of the number of contacts that we have, probably in Facebook or even within the telephone that we have. Because we realize, oh, I'm connected to so many people. I was not in touch with them for so many, months. Maybe it happens because we can't keep in touch with everybody. But because WhatsApp groups, it's easy to share. But that connection would actually, slowly prosper. And some of the repeated business that I had is naturally from my close friends who runs business. I've told them, look, I've started a small IT. I know you're getting that from somebody else because of we know each other. You might be, I might be able to do a better business and a better thing, better probably value add for your business because we want you to grow. So there's naturally a connection there, which we don't need to have go through the sales process or the processes that we follow to convince somebody. So it's always easy to start from your own ground, your own base, to see what we have, and you will be amazed, to be honest, to know that your net worth, your connections, is more than what we probably would have realized, from a business angle. So yeah, you see that, and then obviously, we do have the social media and other elements, and like Claire said, Yell is another in a great area where we can just pick up easily. It's all structured there. We can use it and just reach out to them.
Okay.
I didn't take too much time, did I?
And before we finish the meeting, what I'm going to say, Anella, is, and to
Yes.
Teresa and to the rest of the team and to anybody out there, when we do this one-to-one, or even if I do it in a group, the beauty is that just remember that when it comes to you being a virtual assistant, a virtual receptionist, a call handler, a chat line assistant, there is that element of work involved. So you're putting in place the building blocks and the foundation for what invariably you're wanting to do and get to being a virtual agent, where you can speak to clients and send out your information in your website, in your email, and then they come back and say, oh yes, Anella, right now, oh yes, you can provide that. So you, at the moment, you've got a brilliant foundation for just building clients with websites, lead generation, And obviously, but the beauty is with VoIP as well. It's a good time at the market at this time, because obviously landlines are going to cease to exist.
Yeah.
So a lot of businesses are not aware, or people, that there is an integration, and they can either start to think about doing it now, or get to 2025 and then thinking, right, okay, what do I got to do, and then start to learn because in essence it's a digital phone system, but it's VoIP. It's a cloud-based system,
Yeah.
but it does a reception service, same as it would do a chat line service, or it does a department for a company. It just depends how they want to scale and grow it. And it will be the same when you work with your clients and they on board for a website. They know you're going to touch them and call them back in a few weeks or a month and say, hey, how's things going now? Let's have a look at your social media. Right, okay. Because as a consultant, you're looking at their picture and where they next need to go to.
The advantage with that, with us is, unlike other VoIP providers or resellers, it's our own platform. So we have the flexibility to sort of integrate that within, the systems they would have, or within the systems we have. We have a CRM. It's a very simple tool. Once somebody have a website, we can put a form there. It comes straight away from their website inquiry forms or contact us form into our CRM. We can use our CRM and the telephone system to make calls. So they can see through the audit trial. So there's a lot of integrations already built into the system.
Yeah.
But the advantage is it's our own platform. So we have our own team who would actually be, if we hear somebody says, hey, I would like to actually know who that number is allocated to, or how many times they call. If we don't have a report now, we can just go back and build it and say, hey, there you go, it's there. So we're not going to be shying away from adding those little things which what we think is going to be value add for a business as we go and speak in from a comms perspective. And imagine tomorrow's world is this, like Claire mentioned, BT is going to switch off the landlines, the traditional copper wires that comes into our home. So you don't need somebody to come and install a telephone at your home. You can already have an internet, and once that's there, you can just have the telephone system. So businesses would love to in the future to see things amalgamated to their tools or business solutions there, and from there the comms becomes like an integral part of the whole business. So definitely there is this future out there, and SMEs, is going to benefit from what we are going to offer in terms of, a combined package, because it's all coming from one single player. We've got 2 minutes left.
Yes, it's actually give us a countdown timer. That is amazing, because I was sitting there thinking, okay, well, it's a 10 minutes. So, is that a good sort of recap and refresher for you, Anella and Teresa? And, I hope that the rest of the agencies, feel confident, and if there's things that you don't feel quite right with, that's what we're here for, is to assist you bit by bit. And because like I know, some people learn auditorily, some people learn by visual, some people learn by reading until we get it. And then you've got a bit of the jigsaw until all the pieces fit. So okay, we'll wrap up for today. Thank you for your time, Shelley.
Thank you
Thank
all. Thank you,
you.
Claire. Thank you, Mila. Thanks, Teresa.
I'll always do my best, and please, like I said, please let me know. And also, you may want to do a Google contact form as your way for the meantime to have your contacts contact you through when you're sending social media, because they can fill that in, and that contact form will come straight into your.
I think I have. I just need to. I think I need to double check, because I think I've done it, but I need to double check it.
Right. Okie dokie. Thank you for your time. Have a lovely
you guys.
day.
You
Thank
too.
you. Thank you. Speak to you all. Speak to you all.
Yeah.
Take care. Into you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.